thing I want to know, was he my friend? Did I enjoy him as a performer? Did he give the world of entertainment something? Yes, on all counts. And that's the name of that tune. You understand what I mean? Good. Because without the jazz don't matter.
Recently, a young fella joined the Louisiana Hayride down in Shreveport, Louisiana.
One of the things that comes up every now and then is that Elvis Presley was a racist. Now this is so far from the truth. Elvis was heavily influenced by rhythm and blues and gospel. Elvis came from very humble beginnings and mixed with many people that were not white. And as a child, hung out around the Sheikh Rag areas near Tupelo and listened to these amazing singers. He admired many, many non-white singers and artists, and he helped many, many non-white people. I'm going to put some clips together and let's just listen to some of the interviews over the years of non-white people talking about Elvis Presley.
I love him. That's my buddy, my baby. I love him. We are very good friends, and it was a very great loss to the music world. Elvis is one of the greatest performers ever lived in this world, and electrifying, elevated. Oh, he's just, you can't say enough. He's just beautiful. I love Elvis.
Magic words there that are just so true.
Well, soul has no color, has no barrier. But I also had a lot of good people that brought out a lot. I want to pay a tribute to a good friend of mine, Brother Elvis Presley, who opened up a lot of doors for me to get through. Elvis was a pioneer, and he came out 1 year before I did. He was out in 55, Heartbreak Hotel. And then I come in 56. And Elvis and I were very good friends up until the last minute of his bodily life. But he'll always live because of the fact he was such a beautiful man. I don't care what nobody say. I know Elvis. You know, there are a lot of rumors. Elvis and I sang spiritual together. And he'd buy any movie that I make, any film, he'd buy the film and close the theater up and show it. I love Elvis for being a man. I love him for what he'd done for the people and the chance he gave me. He kept me from being number one. I was number one soul and he was number one world, and it took a long time, but it's almost like the two rental cars. It made me try harder. And I love Elvis for it, and we'll always pray for Elvis.
Beautiful words there from James Brown, and they really were very close friends and kept in contact right till the end. And James Brown was so upset at the funeral.
Elvis came out with a style of his own, and it was very creative. And once he got into it, and you got that feel, Elvis just took off like a late freight. And with Elvis doing this kind of music, gave an injection to black music that no other artist had ever done.
And this is so true. Elvis opened so many doors for so many artists.
Oh, he was wonderful. I loved him. He was such a gentleman and all that to me, you know.
Tell me about that.
Well, when they first called, the girl said, Elvis Presley, oh my God, what are we going to do? I said, hey, it's a gig and it's a good one.
Uh-huh.
So we went, and when we got there, it was nothing like what we might have thought, you know, because it was just wonderful. Cool. It was really wonderful. He was into gospel. So every once in a while when we finished rehearsing with him, we just sing gospel, all of us, you know. And we just had a good time. He would get good money and good pay and good, it was nice atmosphere, you know, and we didn't go around with him as his friends. We worked for him. So we saw him at work. People said he was prejudiced. I said, well, I never felt his prejudice. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he was prejudiced, you know.
He treated everyone the same.
Yeah. He had black singers and white singers. He's had the Imperials, who was a men's group, very popular men's group, and we were the girls group, the Spin Expression. So
I think people have, you know, certain stereotypes about him.
I think so.
Yeah,
because he was a wonderful person, so good looking. You just didn't want to even look nowhere else. He was so handsome, but he was just as nice, fun, you know, he cracked jokes and all that kind of crap, and you'd be singing and he'd make you laugh and whatnot.
And I think her words literally cover everything on how he was as a person, his interests and his loves in music, and how he treated everybody. And he wasn't the type of person that because he was so famous that acted differently. No, he was just one of them that loved music.
This is your soul man to be with you until it gets through. I want you to stand by, don't have no fear. Following Jay's show, should I play one like this one from out of here? Elvis Presley.
Elvis's songs still get good play on Wright's program among the blues, gospel, and jazz recordings that are its staples. It was almost 40 years ago when Elvis drove down to Clarksdale from Memphis with a record and asked him to play it.
And I had been playing his record, and I had never seen him before, and I was amazed to see him. When he introduced himself to being Elvis Presley, then I went all to pieces over him. Then he and I started talking. I used to be the manager of a gospel group called the 4-Star Quartet, and I could listen to a man sing a hymn. I could listen to a man sometime talk. I did that, and I could pick him out whether he could fit in my group. And talking to Elvis Presley, I could see a great future in him.
This song I'm dedicating to a really good friend of mine who have passed on, one of the greatest entertainers ever alive, one of them. He was the king. This song called Tupelo, that was his hometown, to Mr. Elvis Presley, who has passed on. That was his favorite. I hope whatever he added, he's resting in ease.
Well, that's it, guys. And I really enjoyed making this video. I learned a lot. There is no way that Elvis Presley was a racist. He was a very humble man from Tupelo that would hang out in the shake rag areas and fell in love with gospel music, rhythm and blues music, and the artists that he would see singing in and around shake rag areas of Tupelo. This transformed his life and basically set him up for a life of superstardom. And he didn't see colour. There is not 1 ounce of Elvis that could have possibly ever been racist. I honestly think Elvis was one of the kindest, most genuine, decent, caring, gentle human beings that ever lived. And I think this video in particular really shows this. Thanks everyone, I hope you've enjoyed it.